and welcome to Magical Maiden's Jewelry Tutorials. I'm Magical Maiden, and today what I have for you is another seashell beachy pendant. Now this is an old pendant. You can see it's pretty beat up and dirty. I had used this for something else. I had to pick most of the glue off with a razor, and you're going to wonder, how in the world am I going to use this? Well, let me show you. And I have these cute seahorses you can do something like that with. But let me start with, we're going to paint it. I cleaned it up and we're going to paint it, and we're going to need some E6000 jewelry glue and a toothpick and some paper towels for the glue, some nail polish, a tweezer. So let's get started with the craft. Now, first, I want to make some sand. So in order to do that, I need some sand colored nail polish. That's right, just nail polish. And don't worry, it'll look better. This is kind of similar to my last one, but this is a bigger pendant. Okay. So I got a little bit of that, and I know it doesn't look wonderful. Now you could use some glitter cardstock or glitter vinyl and cut it. I'm just making a sand color. So, and I'm going to add a little more sand to this because I want that look. Now it doesn't matter that there was still some cruddy stuff left over from the glue and whatever I had glued to it, because you want some texture. So that's not a big deal. Now I'm going to go over with the Be Funky glitter chunk one to really create that sand and that sparkle that sand has. So I'm going to show you a color. It's Be Funky, and the color is called Supernova. And I think you can get this at Walmart or Five Below. I'm not sure. I got these a while ago, so I don't even know if they still have it, but I'm pretty sure they do. Just in case I do, the color is Supernova. Supernova. And it has all these like glittery things in it, but you could always just get a nice beige sand kind of color nail polish and get some glitter, gold glitter, or like I said, a glitter vinyl or a glitter cardstock, and you can cut it. And all right, so now if you get a little on the pendant, don't worry, just wipe it off. We can fix it all up. You could add more. You really want this to look like sand, so try to get as much as you can. All right. You could always add a little more in a bit. Now we want to do the ocean. So I'm getting this another Funky Fingers, and the color is, it's a trap. That's the name of the color. It's a trap. So I'm going to shake this up. And I used this in my last one. And again, it doesn't matter about the stuff underneath. And we're going to put a few more coats. Kind of. Don't worry if you get a little on the sand. Kind of move it around gentle. Your first coat will be a little watery, so shake that bottle up pretty good. The ocean doesn't have to be level. If you want to make waves, you want little peaks. It's up to you. What kind of look you're going for, okay? So I'm pretty happy with this. And I'm going to let that dry. If I want to add more, I will. Now, you probably want to let it dry before you add the sky. So I'm going to use this one by Funky Fingers. Sorry about the blur. And it's in the color Moonstone. Okay? That'll be my sky. So I'm kind of letting it dry a little. And this is what I got. Let me move this out of the way. This is what I got so far. So I got the sand and the ocean, and nothing has to be even, okay? And the little peaks for the ocean. So now I'm going to mix in the sky, but you want to wait till the ocean's dry before you paint the sky, okay? So it's not that, it's a little like blue-green, but it makes a nice sky. You want to leave it a little ripply to actually look like an ocean. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to look like an ocean. Oceans have waves, so they're not like perfectly straight and everything. But if that's what you're looking for, you can do that too. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to look at it and see, do we want to fix this part where it's not blue enough and add a little more blue to the sky? So this is what I got so far. My ocean, my sky, my sand, and it's all going to dry. Now, while that's drying, I'm actually going to put some seashells around here. But what kind of seashells do I want? Okay. And you're going to use a toothpick and some E6000 glue. And you don't want to do it too much. Use your tweezers and gently. Okay. Now you can use different colors, different sizes. Okay. And we really want to be careful because that has to dry. Okay. So I got some seashells, snail shells, what have you. Now I really have to wait for this nail polish to dry, but because it's nail polish, it dries pretty quick within 10-15 minutes, even less. But if you put a fan on it, you're probably even, more lucky for that. And then I'm going to look and see what kind of seashells do I want in the meantime. Okay, so I've waited for them to dry up. And I'm going to touch this, so that's good. So now what I'm going to do is, do I want to put a nice big one here and then work my way around? Or do I want to put a bunch of little ones? But I need a real eye-catching piece. So this sucker is going to get some glue. And it's going to go right in the corner here. So this is what I got so far. Very beachy, very shell-like. You got to use enough glue because otherwise it will come off. So I'm going to clear this all up and we'll get back to our touch-ups once this dries. Okay, so now I got this dried a little bit and hopefully the glue is dry, but I would wait an hour before you mess with it after. You could do some touch-ups if you feel you need it. But now what we're going to do is the final thing is add some clear nail polish. Now this is an option to the seashells to give it that washed up on the shore wet look. Okay, and it makes them stand out a little more. And you could put a lot or a little. You really want them to look wet. And you don't have to add that to the ones around it because it's up to you though. If that's what you want to do, then go for it. Because I want these to look wet, like the ocean just washed them up ashore. Okay. So now that we did that, you could also add a little glitter to make it look like it's glistening. And this is just a little silver glitter, and you don't want a lot, so just very sparingly. Don't go crazy, so it looks like a glitter bomb hit it. If you find that you put too much glitter and you're not happy, just dab it with the paper towel. Stickers, you can make a bird, you can make clouds, you can use anything you want to do that part. So that was the sand. Now I should have left a little more sand visible, but I can see it. It's shining through there with the gold and the glitter. And I could have put a little less, but I really wanted to make this something special. Okay, so I'm adding some cotton for some clouds. Well, the nail polish is still wet for the sky. And you want to make them, you know, I added just a few cotton ball pieces. I took cotton ball and I cut a few pieces. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have that much space. I just added two little fluffy white clouds right there while the nail polish for the sky was still wet. Now, if it's already dry, just add a little and then push it. But you don't want to flatten it too much. And there. And it gave it that, like I said. So I'm going to just put a little clear nail polish over here, over the ocean part. Then I'm going to dip that in some glitter. It'll be a little, you can choose any blue glitter, because if I do the other thing, it'll just go all over the place. And then I'm going to wipe off my thing, because I don't want this all in my clear nail polish. Add anything else you want to it. It's very easy. It's a lot of fun. And just a little nail polish and some glitter, and you've got a unique, one-of-a-kind beach seashell pendant.